All right, today just about time for the roundtable, but a quick shout out to the good folks here at Senior Botanical Garden. Come out and visit the garden. It is beautiful. Go to the website, come out here. It's amazing. And so are these three guys. On my right with the political left, Ogie Overman, the great broadcaster and journalist. We've held David Daggett over from a previous segment. Glad he could do that. Keith Granberry, founder of Helping Hands Consultants. Guys, let's start. Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughn is now banning or limiting people from city council meetings who have been continually disruptive. Are you okay with a ban or limitation like that, or is it a violation of freedom of speech? Ogie.
Actually, in this occasion, I am. There's some idiots down there that are purposely disrupting things.
And you can't just let them keep coming in. David, what do you think? Limit or ban? Or?
People think free speech means anything goes. That's not what it means. In a place like this, there's proper rules of decorum. There's a time and a place. I'm all in favor of banning it.
Keith, what do you think?
I'm not in favor of that. I mean, we have free speech. People have issues that they want to bring to the front, and they should not be banned from doing that.
All right. Speaking of Greensboro, some city leaders want to impose a special 1% tax on prepared foods and beverages that are served to you in restaurants. They say it could net the city an additional $17 million per year, some of which would come from people who eat in Greensboro but live outside of Guilford County, for example. Now, they do this in Mecklenburg County. Guys, are you okay with a prepared food tax? Ogie.
It'll never work, Jim. We tried that years ago when we were trying to bring a Major League Baseball team here. It was going to pay for the stadium, and it got defeated overwhelmingly, like 2-1. And I don't mind it myself. It's for a good cause. I like where the money's going, but it's not going to pass.
David, a tax on prepared food.
If they can do it and pass it, fine. It'll come before the city council, and if you have proper decorum, you can go challenge it or support it.
Keith can go in there and protest.
You don't need proper decorum. You need somebody to protest it if it doesn't make sense to the community.
Extra tax on prepared food.
It's not going to work.
You don't want it.
It's not going to work. I want it, but it's not going to.
According to a new government survey, pedestrian deaths have reached a 41-year high, mainly due to reckless drivers. Guys, A, does this surprise you? And B, would you like to see stiffer penalties for reckless driving in general? Ogie.
I don't really know, Jim. I'll defer to the counselor here. I don't even know what the penalty for reckless driving is.
David, it's up at an all-time high, 41%.
I would say yes and yes. And my yes and yes is, yes, there needs to be penalties for distracted drivers that hit pedestrians, but we've also lagged behind on our infrastructure for pedestrians in the way our society's evolved. And we need to address it from that point of view also. So for example, bicycles are lots of times listed as pedestrians. There's places around Greensboro and Winston-Salem where a bicycle lane goes and it just ends. It doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
That's part of the problem. We need to address infrastructure issues as well.
Keith, stiffer penalties for drivers who drive reckless?
Yeah, reckless driving, absolutely. And there are a lot of people now who are doing drag racing on public places. So reckless driving, there absolutely needs to be stiffer penalties.
That is just stupid. New York City, the drag racing is stupid, not what you said is stupid.
Yeah. Nothing I say is ever stupid.
New York City recently passed a new regulation that requires K through 12 teachers to let their students have 3 minutes a day of quote unquote mindful breathing. City officials say it will help keep students calm. Guys, would you like to see North Carolina require their teachers to give students mindful breathing breaks? Ogie.
I heard that little sarcasm, mindful breathing in there, Jim.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
You do?
I really do.
I'm
not kidding one bit.
You're not kidding.
I'm not kidding.
David, mindful breathing.
I agree with Yogi, but for a different reason. Clearly, that age group has suffered mental stress and strain, particularly coming out of the COVID period. I think that's what this is supposed to address. And if the science supports that and it works, absolutely.
Keith.
I think it should be reversed. I think those teachers need mindful breathing to deal with the kids all day. I think they should at least give them about 5 or 10 minutes of mindful breathing.
Well, there's some students at NC State University who want to change our state flag. They say that it needs to be redesigned. We don't need the NC on there. We need a symbol like South Carolina has the palmetto tree. Would you like to see the flag redesigned quickly, Ogie?
No, it's fine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
David, you want a new flag?
No, but I love that the students come up with these crazy ideas.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Well, they had a
that's what-
mindful breathing session, and then they came up with
as long as they do it with proper
the
decorum.
proper decorum. You want to see a new flag?
I think it's good to always have something new and exciting. Why not?
What do you want on it? What symbol would we have?
NC.
Well, they don't want the NC.
Well, who doesn't want the NC?
The kids want the redesign. They want an image, like tobacco or.
That's fine. Let's change it. I mean, you know what? Keep it the same. The world evolves.
You're disruptive.
We don't have proper decorum here.
All right, finally.
We need to be disruptive.
Finally, a maid in Florida makes $3,000 per day in fees and tips because she cleans the houses topless. There's no hanky-panky involved, just topless cleaning. Guys, have you ever hired a topless maid, or would you hire a topless maid? Ogie?
No, but I'm aware of it, and I think I know a girl who did that
You
one
think you
time.
know somebody that did it?
I think I do.
David, would you?
I believe in proper decorum, and I don't even think I can venture into the topic of this question.
Keith, have
I
you
think
ever,
you'd be quite disruptive.
would you hire a topless maid, Keith?
No, I would not hire a topless maid. That is not what she's there for.
Don't go to any of their houses. They're extremely dirty. Their houses are dirty and they need cleaning. Well, that's all the time we have. Oh, except for this. The EPA just announced that the bananas you buy at the grocery store are actually radioactive, kind of like x-rays. That's okay. I don't mind eating the x-rayed bananas, but, they charge a copay when you get to the checkout counter. See, the bananas are x-rayed and they,
Yeah, right.
I might as well go to
We need to be
Explain it, Jim.
disruptive on
Go
that
to
joke.
city-
That was a disruptive joke.
City
Yeah,
Council
right.
here. For all of us here at City Council, I'm Jim Longworth. We'll see you next week.